Every single day, millions of Americans walk into casinos completely unaware that they're being manipulated by systems designed over decades to extract maximum profit from every player. The casino knows secrets about these machines that would fundamentally change how you play if you knew them. I'm a former casino floor manager who spent over 12 years inside the industry at major Las Vegas and Atlantic City properties. I've overseen hundreds of slot machines. I've attended private executive meetings where we discussed psychological tactics to maximize profits. I've watched good people lose everything because they didn't understand what was really happening. Today, I'm exposing 5 critical secrets that casino executives try to keep quiet. These aren't theories. These are operational realities I witnessed firsthand and documented in internal reports. What I'm about to share violates multiple non-disclosure agreements I signed. I've been threatened with legal action, but someone needs to tell the truth. Before we go any further, let me establish exactly who I am and why you should listen. I started as a slot attendant in 2006. Within 3 years, I became a slot technician, then supervisor, and eventually floor manager overseeing entire slot departments. I've worked with every major manufacturer, IGT, Aristocrat, Bally, and WMS. I've read confidential par sheets detailing exact mathematical programming. I've sat in meetings where executives calculated profit per square foot for every machine. I left the industry because I couldn't reconcile what I knew with the human cost I witnessed daily. What I'm sharing is based on direct observation, internal documentation, and conversations with manufacturers and executives. Everything you're about to hear is real. Secret number 1. Slot placement is psychological warfare. Every single slot machine is placed with surgical precision. Nothing is random. Every location is chosen based on data analysis, psychological research, and profit optimization. You've heard the myth that casinos put loose slots near entrances to attract players with sounds of winning. That was true in the 80s. Modern casinos have completely reversed this strategy. Today, machines near entrances, exits, cashier cages, and bathrooms are some of the tightest on the floor. We're talking 85 to 88% payback compared to 91 to 94% in premium locations. That's a 6 to 8% difference that could cost you hundreds of dollars in a session. Why put the worst machines in visible locations? Simple psychology. People play them regardless. You're waiting for someone. You're killing time. You sit down impulsively, not because you evaluated options, but because it was convenient. We called these convenience locations in management meetings. We knew we could set them as tight as regulations allowed because players would feed money into them anyway. The data proved it year after year. I've reviewed reports showing machines within 15 feet of main entrances averaging 86% payback, while center floor machines averaged 92.7%. Over 3 hours of play, that difference means an extra $150 in losses. So, where are the loosest machines? The center of the main slot floor at the crossroads locations. These are major intersections where multiple pathways converge. High foot traffic. Maximum visibility. When someone wins at a crossroads machine, hundreds see it. They hear the music. They see the lights. They watch someone celebrating. That visible winner becomes free marketing, creating energy that drives players to nearby machines. I sat in a planning meeting where our slot director showed heat maps of the casino floor. Red zones indicated high foot traffic. Our loosest machines, 93 to 95% payback, were positioned exclusively in red zones at major intersections. The tightest machines were near entrances and low traffic areas. The director said something I'll never forget. Winners are our best advertising, but only if people see them win. We need jackpots in high visibility locations. Nobody cares if someone wins in a corner by the bathrooms. Here's another secret. Machines near table games have below average payback. Casinos want table players to hear slot wins for ambient excitement, but those machines are programmed tightly because the audience isn't carefully evaluating slot odds. I watched our team move a machine that paid a $32,000 jackpot from a side alcove to a premium crossroads location. The thinking was simple. If it pays again soon, we want maximum visibility. 3 days later, it hit $19,000. Hundreds witnessed it. Slot play increased by 18% that shift. One more factor. Denomination affects placement. Higher denomination machines get premium locations because each spin generates more revenue. $5 and $10 machines occupy the best spots. Penny machines get relegated to lower traffic areas. The takeaway: avoid convenience locations entirely. Walk to the center of the main floor. Look for busy intersections. Ignore machines near entrances, exits, bathrooms, and cashier cages. Those 2 extra minutes of walking could save hundreds. Also, focus on higher denominations. Dollar machines in crossroads locations have the best odds on the floor. Penny machines near bathrooms have the worst. The difference is massive. Secret number 2. Near misses are programmed to keep you playing. This is one of the most manipulative practices in slot design, and it's completely legal. You've seen this. 2 jackpot symbols line up perfectly on the pay line, with the third stopping just 1 position off. So close. If that reel stopped differently, you'd have 1,000s. That's not bad luck. That's deliberate programming. Modern slots don't use physical reels to determine outcomes. They use random number generators to select results instantly. The spinning reels are just visual displays of predetermined outcomes. But here's the manipulation. Symbols are mapped onto virtual reels to create near misses far more frequently than true randomness would produce. Each reel position is weighted. A blank might occupy 30% of the reel. A medium symbol 15%. That jackpot symbol? Maybe 2%. But manufacturers place jackpot symbols adjacent to payline positions more frequently than probability suggests. This creates the visual illusion you're constantly almost winning. Studies show near misses occur on 30 to 40% of all losing spins on modern video slots. That's not random. That's engineered. The Nevada Gaming Commission investigated this in the 80s. They found it so manipulative that they considered banning it. But the casino lobby was too powerful. Instead, they required that near misses couldn't exceed natural mathematical probability. That sounds protective, but means nothing. Manufacturers simply design real mapping to make near misses mathematically common. It's legal widespread and costs players billions annually. I've sat in manufacturer demonstrations where they openly discussed near-miss frequency as a key engagement metric. Data proved games with higher near-miss rates kept players seated 20 to 30% longer. One representative told me directly, players need to feel like they're always 1 spin away from winning. Near misses create that feeling better than anything else. Here's why this is psychologically dangerous. Your brain releases dopamine when anticipating rewards. That dopamine hit feels good, creating the addictive feeling. But research shows near misses trigger the same dopamine response as actual wins, even though you lost money. Your brain is chemically manipulated into feeling successful when you're actually losing. This keeps you playing through longer losing streaks than you would without near misses. I watched players sit for hours, seeing near misses after near misses, constantly thinking the next spin would hit. They'd verbalize it, "I'm so close. It's right there. One more spin." They'd burn through hundreds or thousands chasing a win that near misses made seem imminent, but was statistically unchanged. The solution requires discipline. When you see a near miss, recognize it as manipulation. That jackpot symbol landing just off the pay line doesn't mean you're closer to winning. The machine isn't warming up. It's a visual trick exploiting your pattern recognition. Every spin is independent with identical odds. The near miss has zero effect on the next spin. You're not due for a win because you've seen multiple near misses. Track actual results, not feelings. If you've played 100 spins and lost 75, you're losing, regardless of near misses. The machine's visual tricks are irrelevant to mathematical reality. Secret number 3. Losses disguised as wins keep you confused. This might be the most brilliant and most evil innovation in modern slot design. Most players have no idea it's happening. You're playing a multi-line video slot. You bet $2, covering 50 pay lines at 4 cents per line. The reels spin and stop. Suddenly, bells ring, lights flash, coins sound like they're pouring out, music celebrates. You feel like you won something significant. You check your credit meter. You won 75 cents. Wait. You bet $2. You won 75 cents. You just lost $1.25. But the machine celebrated like you hit a jackpot. This is called a loss disguised as a win, or LDW. It happens on 30 to 45% of all spins on modern multi-line slots. Nearly half the time, you're losing money while the machine tricks you into feeling like you won. Why do casinos do this? Because it works devastatingly well. Your brain releases dopamine when experiencing wins. That chemical makes gambling pleasurable and addictive. Research proves your brain responds to signals, lights, sounds, animations, not actual mathematical outcomes. When the machine celebrates, your brain gets dopamine even though you lost money. This keeps you playing longer, keeps you confused about actual results, and makes you feel more successful than reality reflects. I've reviewed manufacturer studies explicitly measuring LDW effectiveness. Players experiencing frequent LDWs played 42% longer and wagered 68% more than players without LDW features. Manufacturers knew exactly what they were creating. This was a deliberate design based on psychological research. I watched this play out thousands of times. Players would sit for hours celebrating dozens of wins. They'd leave thinking they had success because the machine celebrated frequently. Then I'd check back-end data. That player arrived with $400. They left with $83. They lost $317, but felt successful because of constant celebrations. One regular told me she loved a particular game because it pays out so often. I pulled her play data. Over 30 sessions, she'd lost $11,000 total. But she genuinely believed she was succeeding because of the celebration frequency. The most insidious part, LDWs make accurately tracking performance nearly impossible without constantly checking your credit meter. Emotional experience doesn't match mathematical reality. Specific example. I watched a player betting $1.50 per spin on a 50-line penny slot. Over 90 minutes, she had 47 celebrated wins. I reviewed her session data. Of those 47, only 12 were actual wins exceeding her bet. 35 were losses disguised as wins, where she won back 20 cents to $1.30 on $1.50 bets. She ended up with $260. When cashing out, she said, "I did pretty well today. Hit a lot of winning spins." Her perception was completely disconnected from reality. The solution requires strict discipline. First, completely ignore machine celebrations. Lights, sounds, and animations are meaningless psychological manipulation. Second, only track your credit meter. Check every 15 to 20 minutes. Set a phone timer. If credits are declining, you're losing, regardless of celebration frequency. Third, understand multi-line betting math. Betting $1 across 50 lines means winning more than $1 is required for actual profit. Anything less is a loss, whatever the machine claims. Many experienced players now exclusively play single-line or three-line machines to avoid LDWs. On single-line machines, wins and losses are crystal clear. You either won more than you bet or you didn't. No confusion. Casinos know informed players avoid multi-line machines with heavy LDW programming. That's why single-line machines are increasingly rare. Multi-line machines are far more profitable because they successfully confuse players about results. Secret number 4. Casino comps are designed to keep you losing. Most players think the Players Club card is a reward program that thanks loyal customers. That's marketing. Reality is different. Your Players card is a data collection and behavioral manipulation tool. Every action while that card is inserted is tracked, analyzed, and used to maximize casino profit. When you insert your card, the player tracking system immediately pulls your complete profile. Your play history, average bet size, spins per hour, session length, Win-loss ratio. Total theoretical loss, which we call THEO. Your theory is a mathematical calculation of expected losses based on betting patterns and house edge. If you're betting $3 per spin on a 92% payback machine, playing 600 spins hourly, the casino knows you're theoretically losing $144 per hour. Every comp offer is based on the theory, not loyalty or actual losses. The casino gives back a small percentage of theoretical losses to keep you playing. But it gets more manipulative. The system actively monitors behavior patterns and identifies moments when you're likely to quit. Then, it automatically triggers comp offers designed to keep you seated. I've seen technical demonstrations where tracking vendors showed predictive algorithms. The system tracks dozens of micro behaviors. Button pressing speed. Bet size changes. Pauses between spins. Phone checking. Looking around. These behaviors are analyzed in real time. When the algorithm detects quit patterns, slower play, smaller bets, distraction, it automatically generates comp offers. You've played 90 minutes. You're down $200. You're thinking about leaving. Suddenly, a slot attendant appears with a free buffet voucher. Or your screen displays. Congratulations. You've earned $50 in free play. This isn't a coincidence or generosity. This is algorithmic manipulation designed to override your quit decision. Here's the devious part. The casino calculated that giving you a $25 buffet comp makes you stay and lose another $300. The comp isn't a reward. It's an investment with proven ROI. I've reviewed comp effectiveness reports, breaking down ROI by comp type. Free play was most effective because it forced machine play continuation. Room upgrades were second because they kept you on the property longer. Meal comps were third. Every type had documented statistics showing exactly how much additional play it generated. One report showed players receiving free play offers while exhibiting quit patterns played an average of 2.3 hours longer and lost an average of $418 more than their initial session would have generated. The casino spent virtually nothing. Free play costs maybe 20% of face value and generated an average of $334 additional profit per triggered offer. That's over 1,600% ROI. Now here's something even more disturbing. Comp offer timing can reveal machine information. If you insert your card and immediately receive multiple offers, the casino system likely identified that machine as currently running hot from their perspective, meaning it's been paying below the target percentage. They're incentivizing cold machine play. Conversely, if you're playing a while and suddenly receive aggressive offers, room upgrades, dinner vouchers, show tickets, the system may have identified that you're playing during a favorable cycle. They want you locked in, so you'll play through wins instead of cashing out. Use your player's card for comps, absolutely. You're being tracked anyway. Might as well get something back. But recognize every offer as a psychological manipulation with proven financial return for the casino. When you receive comp offers, that should signal cash out and take a break, not keep playing. The casino is preventing you from leaving because its algorithm predicts you're about to quit. Honor that instinct. Take your money and leave. Secret number 5. Your phone is tracking your casino behavior. This final secret is most disturbing because it extends surveillance beyond the property into your personal life. Most players have no idea it's happening. Modern casinos use sophisticated technology to track your behavior in shocking ways. It starts when you download their app or connect to their Wi-Fi. Casino apps request extensive permissions. Location access even when not using the app. Bluetooth connectivity. Notification permissions. Most people just click accept without reading. Those permissions allow constant tracking. They know when you're near the property, when you drive past, when you visit competing casinos, when you're at home or work. All data is collected and analyzed. Inside the casino, Bluetooth beacon technology tracks movement across the entire property. Small devices hidden throughout detect your phone and log your location. The casino knows which machines you walk past. Which ones do you stop at? How long have you been playing? Where do you eat? Where do you park? Every movement is tracked and analyzed. Facial recognition is becoming standard at major properties. Cameras identify you at the entrance. The system links your face to your player's club account. Even without inserting your card, the casino knows who you are, where you're playing, and your performance. All data aggregates into comprehensive behavioral profiles. The casino knows your patterns better than you know them. When you typically visit, preferred days and times, usual spending, game preferences, session length, win-loss patterns. This data enables targeted marketing with frightening precision. You receive push notifications exactly when the algorithm predicts you're most likely to visit. If you typically visit on Friday evenings, offers arrive on Friday afternoons. If you haven't visited in 2 weeks, unusually, offers arrive designed to bring you back. I sat in marketing meetings reviewing campaign effectiveness data. We saw exactly which offers worked for different player segments. High-value players received room upgrades and show tickets. Mid-tier received free play. Low-value received meal comps and drawing entries. Messaging was personalized based on behavioral psychology profiles. Some responded to scarcity. Limited time offer expires tomorrow. Others to social proof. Join thousands of winners this weekend. The system tested different messages and tracked which generated the most visits and plays. But here's where it gets truly invasive. Major casino corporations own multiple properties nationwide. Your play at one property is tracked and shared across all. MGM owns 15 properties. Caesars owns over 50. Play at one. They know about all. Some corporations even share data with partner companies. This creates comprehensive gambling profiles that follow you everywhere. Spending patterns, risk tolerance, vulnerability to offers, likelihood of developing problems, all tracked, analyzed, and monetized. It's all legal because you agreed. When you signed up for the Players Club, you accepted the terms of service. When you downloaded their app, you granted permissions. You consented to comprehensive surveillance and data collection. How do you protect yourself? First, don't download casino apps unless necessary. Access information through web browsers. Second, never connect to casino Wi-Fi. Use cellular data. Third, turn off Bluetooth when visiting casinos. Fourth, opt out of marketing communications and data sharing when possible. Most casinos provide opt-out mechanisms, though hidden deep in privacy settings. Fifth, read privacy policies before agreeing. Yes, they're long and boring, but you need to know what you're consenting to. The brutal reality. If you use a Players Club card, you're being tracked extensively. The only way to avoid surveillance is to play anonymously without a card. But then you don't receive comps or benefits. Most players will choose comps and accept tracking. That's fine, but be aware of the trade. Your privacy, behavioral data, and detailed gambling pattern information in exchange for free buffets and occasional free play. The casino uses that data to manipulate you into gambling more frequently and losing more money. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's documented business practice backed by billions in analytics investment. After exposing these manipulative practices, let me give you actionable protection advice. First, play higher denominations. Dollar machines have better payback than quarters. Quarters beat nickels. Nickels beat pennies. The difference is significant. Second, play maximum lines, but minimum bet per line on multi-line machines if you must play them. This gives better hit frequency without overextending the bankroll. Or stick to single-line or three-line machines where wins and losses are clear. Third, set strict win and loss limits before starting. Decide in advance. I'm walking away if I lose $200 or win $300. When you hit either limit, cash out immediately. No exceptions. Fourth, cash out regularly. Don't play with winnings. If you turn $200 into $400, cash out $200 and play with the rest if continuing. Lock in profits. Fifth, avoid progressive slots unless the jackpot is at unusual thresholds. Must-hit buy progressives near their cap are exceptions. Standard wide area progressives are a terrible value. You're playing worse base game odds for jackpots you'll almost certainly never win. Sixth, use time limits more than money limits. Set a timer for 30 minutes. When it goes off, evaluate your position. Cash out or set another timer. This prevents hypnotic extended play where you lose track of time and money. Seventh, treat slots as an entertainment expense, not an income opportunity or investment. You're paying for experience. Expect to lose that money. If you walk away with anything, consider it a bonus. I left the casino industry because I couldn't watch this anymore. The manipulation. The exploitation. These machines are designed to find psychological weaknesses and exploit them for profit. Casinos have spent billions of dollars and decades perfecting these systems. Every sound, light, animation, comp offer, and every piece of data collection serves one purpose: extracting maximum money from every player. You cannot beat these systems long-term. The house edge is real. The psychological manipulation is real. The data surveillance is real. Everything is designed for you to lose. If you choose to play slots, do it with full awareness of what you're up against. Use the information I've shared to play smarter. Recognize the manipulation. Set strict limits. Protect your bankroll. And if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, please reach out. The National Council on Problem Gambling operates a helpline at 1-800-522-4700. Help is available 24 hours a day. The 5 secrets are now exposed. What you do with this information is your choice. But at least now you know the truth about what's really happening behind those spinning reels and flashing lights. Share this with anyone who plays slots. Knowledge protects people. Comment below with your experiences. Subscribe for more insider casino secrets. And remember, the house always wins, but you don't have to make it easy for them. The secrets they tried to keep quiet are now public. Use them wisely.